Hi, it's Frank from Mann Lake, and today I'm going to show you a couple of ways to remove honey supers, get the bees out of the supers and remove them from the colony. So there are a few ways you can get bees out of a super. One of them is using one of the various bee escapes. They work, but they're a little slow. You put it on today, you have to come back tomorrow to pull that honey super. You got to wait for those bees to go down. Some of us don't have that kind of time, especially when you're running, 10 or more colonies. You have to have a quicker way. So what I use most of the time are what's called a fume board. This is a solar fume board. It's got a felt underside and corrugated black plastic here, grayish plastic, that'll absorb the sun and create heat. Heat and the smell is what drives the bees out. So I've got two products here today. This one's called Bee Quick. This is all natural type of oils, but it's a scent. It actually smells pretty nice to me, but the bees don't like this at all. This will drive them out eventually, but this one and the other one, Honey Bandit, that Mann Lake sells, both of those require, if you're using a fume board, a warm day. Now today happens to be mid-70s at the moment, so this would work today. So would the Honey Bandit. The other one we have is something called Honey Robber. This works no matter what the weather is. It's butyric or butyric acid, I'm not sure how you say it, but this one actually has a horrible smell to it. It almost smells like vomit maybe. It doesn't have a great smell at all. The bees cannot stand that smell. This one, you put it on that fume board, no matter what, it'll drive those bees out. Now, talking about using these fume boards, the thing you have to remember is either of these products or all three, the Honey Bandit, you spray it on here. Never spray it directly on the frames or the capped honey, none of that, or the bees, just on this felt on the fume board. That's where you want it. None of these will get absorbed into the honey. So it won't be like your honey smells like either one of these when you're finished. It won't. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the top off. I think we'll use the Honey Robber today. We're going to take this top off, and first we're going to smoke them just a little bit. So I have a fair number of bees in here. And we don't want to bring this super into our honey house or wherever we're doing our extracting with all these bees in here. We want to get as many out as we can. So we'll take this fume board. We'll take our Honey Robber and we'll just spray it on here, a little stream of it across the fume board. And that should be all we need. And we're going to let that work with both the combination of the sun and the smell itself. And we just have to wait a few minutes, and the majority of these bees are going to be gone. Now, I will caution you, if you don't use queen excluders and you have let your queen go up into your honey supers, if there's any brood there, even this rarely will get those nurse bees off that brood. So I always encourage using a queen excluder. It makes it much easier for a lot of different things. There are ways you can use it for a while, and then take it off, not use it for a while, then put it on. So that's something that I think you have to learn a bit how to use that queen excluder. I would say if you're relatively new or if you've only been doing it for a few years, always use that queen excluder. Keep your honey supers nice and clean. So we're going to just let this work for probably 5 to 10 minutes, and we're going to come back and we're going to see if those bees are out of there. Okay, so this has been on for not even 5 minutes, I don't think. And I'm guessing the majority of the bees are out of here. So we're going to take a quick look. We'll take that lid off. Yep, the bees are not in there. They're gone. They've gone down to the box below. So we're going to remove this, and we're going to do the same thing on this box right here. Now, if you notice, I've got a queen excluder here. That will slow down those bees from going down. So before I put the fume board on, I am actually going to take this queen excluder off of this hive temporarily, let those bees go down. And we're going to put that back on like that. And same thing, we're going to wait a few minutes. And we'll be able to take this box off as well. Well, sometimes I'll put a puff or two of smoke in there, especially if it's not really warm out and I'm having trouble getting them out. I'll get a little smoke in there, and that seems to help too. But if it's sunny like today, generally you won't need to do that. We're going to now remove this second box. Hopefully most of those bees went down. A lot of times you won't get them all. There'll be a few that just refuse to leave for whatever reason, but that's okay too. So let's take a look. Yep, there's a few on top, but down in the seams I don't see any. So I'm just going to take this. Yep, they're off the bottom. We're just going to put it over here. And of course we're going to put a cover on there, because if we leave it open like that, there's going to be a lot of bees on there. So now we're down to our 2 boxes, and we can do whatever we want with this. If this is a hive that needs to be split, we can split it. You can actually see there's no bees on the top here either, because the bees, it's driven them down through there as well. So sometimes they'll end up bearding out on the front because they just don't like that smell. So that's all there is to taking honey supers off fairly quickly. And it's easy, it doesn't hurt the bees. Some people use blowers to blow the bees off. I personally don't like to do that. It's, I think, a little bit disturbing to the bees. The Fume Board seems to work the best. It's how I do my bees. If you like this video, please subscribe. If you have an idea of something you'd like to see, let us know. We'll do that in a video. And we hope to see you again in the next video.